Welcome to our final episode of MIPA Today.
As you can see, we have a little bit of a scenery change today. The WKAR team has kindly given us the opportunity to use their studio for our MIPA Today finale.
We are your hosts, Josephine Bello
and Adriana Zamaron. You're watching MIPA Today. This just in, there's a roaring controversy in the dining hall. Let's see what the students have to say about the food here at Snyder Phillips.
I'm Abby Hassler outside of Snyder Phillips Hall. We'll be letting the people decide once and for all which dining hall was better, Shaw Hall or Snyder Phillips. Let's go. Which food did you prefer better, Shaw Hall or Snyder Phillips?
I feel like Shaw Hall just had so many options and it was just so good because I don't eat the meat here, so you are really either eating like only cereal or only salad here. So I feel like I miss Shaw Hall so much.
Shaw Hall.
Why?
It wasn't like, it's kind of dry this year. It's not as good like at all. I definitely like Snyder Phillips more. Everything was just so much better compared, like there was so much more variety and it was actually good food. Actually, they were both good, but this one is just a lot better.
Personally, I preferred Shaw just because like they had halal options and like I'm a Muslim, so like it'd be good to have some more halal options and like not have to worry about like, oh, am I eating something that like could not be good for me or something like that, so yeah.
I would say Snyder Phillips just because the food at Shaw Hall sucked and it gave me a stomach ache.
I prefer Snyder Phillips food.
Why?
I think there's just more options, and I feel like the quality is better.
I gotta say, the Snyder Phillips cafeteria has a lot more options, and there's also the much better dessert. So I'm gonna have to side with Snyder Phillips. You know, there's like cheesecake, there's a bunch of cakes like pies. They got a lot of good stuff.
Well, the people have spoken on which dining hall they prefer. Outside of Snyder Phillips Hall, I'm Abby Hassler, sending it back to the studio.
We love the food here at MIPA. We love the people. And why else do we love MIPA? Let's dig into that. Over to you, Gabe.
My name is Sarah Beth Badalamenti, and I am the Summer Workshop Director for the Michigan Interscholastic Press Association. What we do is real. It's not practice for the real world. It is the real world. Our kids are writing and publishing and broadcasting and putting information out there, and it's not for a grade. It's not I got an A and it goes into my backpack and I'm done. What MIPA offers is the support to students who want to do something more, who want to tell stories, who want to showcase all the amazing things that are happening in their school, and it doesn't have a PR spin on it. It's not the school district putting it out. It's students who are in it that understand it, and they're letting the people in the community understand what it's like to be in people's shoes. And I think that's a powerful thing because there are so many adults that might not get it. And when a student gets to report on another student, they do it better. The best parts about MIPA is that it's an educational, safe space, and the people you're talking to know that you're in this space for education so that you can get better at your craft. We get to have a lot of fun here. So we have a volleyball tournament. There's lots of rec time. We get to be in a Big Ten campus. It's beautiful here. And because we have choices within what we're doing, we get to pick a facet of journalism and we get to explore it. I think that it gives an opportunity that's not like anything else. If you're a student and you're on the fence about whether or not you should come to MIPA, I challenge you to try to do something different. And I think that challenging yourself to do something that's outside of your comfort zone that your school might not offer. So not all schools have photography classes. Not all schools have a broadcast class. Not all schools have a newspaper that's printing. To try something different for a week as opposed to signing up for a class for an entire year gives you that option and opportunity to see, hey, I might like this. And while you're here, there's so much fun to be had. And we have the best teachers, and they're good at what they do. Lessons are engaging. You get to be on the campus. And I would say, you know what, if you're on the fence, go ask some of my friends that are here. There's a couple hundred of them, and they continually come back, and I think that they'll change your mind.
Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones. For you, I bleed myself dry. It's true. Look how they shine for you. 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 Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things that you do.
Have you ever wondered why there are so many videos at sporting events? What really goes on to make all of this happen?
I'm Matt Stryker.
And I'm Samuel Belil, bringing you news from the sports world here at Michigan State.
If you have ever been to or watched a Michigan State sports game through Big Ten Network Student U, it has been through Spartan Vision, MSU's very own award-winning broadcast media system.
Behind the scenes of what you end up seeing looks mostly as you might expect. Control rooms filled with screens, keyboards, and monitors that allow someone to control the broadcast and video boards in Munn Ice Arena and Spartan Stadium, all from the Breslin Center.
It's not the rooms filled with tech that make Spartan Vision broadcasts what they are. It is people like Matt McCullough, the Big Ten Network Student U director and producer, and a class of 2000 graduate of Michigan State University. We asked him about his career and his time around Michigan State athletics.
Here at MSU, I wear many hats. The main hat I wear is I'm the network TV liaison, so anytime network TV comes on campus, I'm their main point of contact. I help them with everything, where their truck parks, where their crew parks, getting them credentials, and making sure the technical infrastructure that we have in the venues matches what they have in their trucks and what they need to come in. The other part of my job is I run the Big Ten Network Student U program. That's a program that streams hundreds of events every year to Big Ten Plus. It is an all student-run crew, so I basically give the students opportunities to work.
Current Michigan State student Ryan Ryopel has had many positive experiences and has gained a lot of knowledge working with Spartan Vision.
Mainly with Spartan Vision, I work football games, basketball games, and hockey games. Now these are all the in-house video boards, so the big giant screens that you see. I'll usually be running camera or replay, or sometimes I even get to direct the shows, but we'll just go to the Breslin, have a meeting about what's in our show for the day, and then head out, set up cameras, plug in, and get started and get to work. The number one thing that's going to stick with me the most is definitely the experiences that I get. You learn so much just in a day. In a simple 8 hours, you can learn so many different things, and especially just this program. It's unbelievable the things that you just learn, and they always stick with you because you'll learn analogies and you'll learn different ways to do things, and it really helps in the long run because you'll always be reminded of a simple thing to do just with an analogy or anything like that.
Reporting for MIPA, I'm Matt Stryker.
And I'm Samuel Belil. Have a great day at camp.
Wow, what an amazing stadium. Any sports fan would be happy to visit there.
Speaking of sports, maybe we should turn it over to the experts from the sports broadcasting class.
Good idea. They definitely know more than us. Let's see what's going on at the sports desk.
Welcome to the Sports Desk at MIPA Today. I'm Peter Howlett.
And I'm Dominic Pacello.
It's been a great week at MIPA, Dom, and I'm excited to get into this segment.
You know what I was looking forward to? Volleyball. Too bad it got rained out.
Yeah, we lost in the second round anyway.
The 18th annual Moneyball Pro-Am hosted talent from across the basketball world Tuesday night. Familiar Michigan State basketball faces such as Tyson Walker and A.J. Hogard were on the court, along with a few new Spartan hoopers like Cohen Carr and Xavier Booker. There were also a handful of other college basketball players from across the state. We start in Game 1 between Team Snipback and Team Fago. Team Fago was ready to rock, and rye, throwing down some beautiful dunks like this hammer from Jaden Fox. Later on, Fago's Jameer Jackson put a Snipback player on a poster, but couldn't stop the dominance of MSU forward Jackson Kohler, who dropped 34 points and grabbed 19 boards. Game 2 between the Goodfellas and 5-Star Zone also showed exciting talent like Tyson Walker and Carson Cooper. Walker tried to record his second ever in-game dunk and ended it with putting up one of the best almost posters anyone has seen. He recovered with an alley-oop shortly after though and ended the night with 23 points. This game was full of flash, with deep threes, some jelly layups, and a field trip to Lob City. Players like Cohen Carr were putting down thunderous dunks and the train kept rolling, like this one from James Brown. The game ended with an 87-83 win by 5-Star Zone, led by upcoming MSU freshman player Garrick Norman, who had the hot hand throughout the game. Norman finished with 26 points, 18 of which were from beyond the arc. Julia has more from Holt High School.
It started off slow, missed a bunch of shots in the first half, but second half you just gotta hope it goes in. You just gotta keep shooting. I mean, once that first one, you see that first one go in, the second one's a lot easier because your first one is already down, so you don't really have to worry. So just stepping into every shot, more confident into it. You just gotta take confidence into every shot. So that's what I did in the second half. Really, my dad pushed me. In 7th grade, I started playing AAU basketball. My coach really pushed me a lot. That was big for me. Just people pushing me to be great. So just the people around me, my circle, they helped me out a lot, and that's what was big for me.
Dan Dickerson has been the voice of the Detroit Tigers for over 20 years. On Tuesday, he stopped by the Com Arts building and hosted a press conference for the sports writing and sports broadcasting classes. Afterwards, Blake and Dominic had a chance to sit down with him.
And especially, I mean, come on, I get paid to watch baseball. I mean, this is a good job. I mean, you hear it a lot, but it's true. I don't feel like I'm ever going to work. It's just, I'm going to watch a ball game. And, by the way, learn from the very...
After 22 years of doing play-by-play for the Detroit Tigers, Dan Dickerson came to MIPA to share his wisdom with aspiring journalists and also to show his passion for the sport of baseball.
When I had a knee injury in 2009, and I was at home for, it was a while. It was like, I think I missed 3 road trips. But so I turned back into Dan the fan, watching Tiger games, meaning, you know, turn the TV off because you're mad and they're throwing things at the TV, just swearing. It's like, wow, this is what I'm like as a fan. Okay. So, but it had been a long time. So it's a reminder that the job really helps you. You have to keep your composure. You can't just, it's like, what happened? You have to keep your composure so that people always have a clear idea of what just happened. And it also, I think it gives a little extra oomph into the calls just because this is my team, so to speak, and it's fun. It's fun to get fired up for big calls. And when there's a tough loss, you can kind of reflect that through your call, but you can't just go, ugh, Tigers lose. You have to call the game well, and you can't let emotions, take over.
Yeah.
Because I love sports. I mean, I as a kid, I was a sports junkie. Every sport, you name it, Red Wings, Pistons, Tigers, Lions. I'm a hopeless Lions fan. And some year, you think you had it rough. Come on.
While lecturing, Dickerson gives the ultimate advice for the wild world of sports. Be prepared for everything.
I've got how many more games to go? 130? He's like, just remember, every game stands on its own. You might see a great game between 2 bad teams. You might see a great individual performance. You might see something you've never seen before. So I've come up with a system that's a little better for just kind of getting it done. And so I'll do 6 different categories. The walk rate, strikeout rate, his runs created per game, his power. And then I go into batted ball. How does he put the ball in play? Splits, any splits that I think are notable. Base running, defense. That's my kind of quick and easy. And then if there's something more that I want to add, obviously for a Shohei Ohtani or a Mike Trout who's injured, you're going to go.
Dickerson's excitement about the game is only matched by one thing: his excitement about speaking to future journalists.
Oh, I love it. I love talking to students. I love talking about just things that have happened in my career that might help a student who's trying to figure out which direction to go in broadcasting or print or journalism in general. So it's always fun. I always like hearing what's on students' minds in terms of questions they have about either what I do or how I got to where I am. So to me, this is just, it energizes me to always be on campus, but to talk to young students always. My wife, Lorianne, teaches here at Michigan State. She's been here for 25 years. And so I would come up and be a guest lecturer in her class from time to time, and that led to, I teach a short 6-week play-by-play class every winter, which is a lot of fun. And it just, once that new newsroom opened up in 2016, it just is so much fun to be part of any kind of broadcast and building such a great sports broadcast program here, and it's fun to be a part of it in any little way. There's a lot of good things going on here at State, and that newsroom really just kind of kick-started, jump-started everything.
From Michigan State University, this is Dominic Pasella, signing off. That's all we have from the MIPA Today Sports Desk.
Let's send it back to the WKAR studios and the rest of the MIPA Today team.
Outstanding job.
Yeah, they should earn an award for that kind of work.
Luckily, MIPA does offer digital badges for all students.
Oh yeah. Every participant in the summer workshop will earn a digital badge from the MIPA Badges program. You've earned your first badge just for participating. We'll also award a second badge to students who successfully complete their coursework. These badges are more than image files that can cool on social media. They're actual, verified credentials that you can use to showcase your skills.
You can use your badges on a website, your social media, in an email signature, or on a digital resume like LinkedIn. Now that we have that opportunity covered, let's move on to another, where the students of Broadcast News class get to see what's really going on behind the camera.
I'm Abby Hostler outside of the Com Arts building where we filmed the beloved MIPA Today. Have you ever wondered what happens behind the scenes? Well, come with me to find out. There are many reasons why a person chooses a position, and in broadcasting, that is no different. To hear more, Sam McNally.
I had no clue if I was actually up to the task or not. But I thought that if there was any time to learn how to do it, it's here, it's now, when I can take the things that I learned and take it back to my home studio and go. But I'm an organized person. I, for the most part, know what I'm doing with things, and so I can. Once I had the list of things I needed to tell people to do, it was mostly just following along with that list while listening to everything that's coming back to me from the studio, from all of the other positions that are working behind the scenes to get the show to go.
In speaking with Kaufman, we got to hear his interesting thoughts behind this year's experience.
Okay. If I had to choose one word to describe this experience, I would say surprising. I did not expect this to be the event that it would be. The behind the scenes, when you see everything that went into this and how many people put their hands in it, high school students don't get this kind of opportunity ever.
With every unique experience such as this, there are many things to learn and take away. Here are Kevin Wu's thoughts on that.
To be honest, my favorite moment was right at the end, right when we were finished filming, because, you know, we've all worked so hard to get to where we are now. Like, we learned a lot. So seeing it all pay off was nice, even if we had some mistakes, but it was still pretty fun.
Well, that's behind the scenes of MIPA Today. At the Com Arts building, I'm Abby Hostler, sending it back to the studio.
Running that studio must take so much talent. As you know, MIPA has also given students the opportunity to showcase their unique talents at the variety show last night. Let's take a closer look.
First up, we have Erica Thomas doing ventriloquism.
the very model of a modern major general. I'm information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the facts historical from Marathon to Waterloo and other categorical. I'm very well acquainted with matters mathematical equation, both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news. Alright, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Alright, so our next act is going to be Luke, who's going to be doing stand-up comedy.
Hello. So I'd use the chair, but it's stand-up, so that's how it was. A bowl of cereal, a bagel, and a hard-boiled egg walk into a bar. And the bartender says, "We don't serve breakfast here."
That looked like so much fun. I wish camp didn't have to end.
Me too. But unfortunately, we'll have to pack up today.
My room is such a mess.
Don't worry, we'll have time to clean up. Take your trash out to the dumpster just outside of Snyder Phillips before you check out. Strip off those linens, pick up your towels, and leave them in a neat pile on your floor.
Double check all drawers and outlets to make sure you didn't leave any equipment or bad bugs behind. You will need to turn in your access card and keys to Residence Hall staff in the Phillips lobby on your way out.
Any lost keys or access cards should be reported to the MIPA office immediately so we can help you find them. Remember, MIPA will charge you $100 to replace room keys and $15 to replace access cards. If you leave with your keys, MIPA will call you to come back to campus.
As always, Sarah Beth, Jeremy, and Sarah are here to answer any general questions you have about our program or if you have any technical challenges. Call or text the workshop hotline at 517-258-0551.
Although we are your hosts today, this week we have been all over campus interviewing you, our peers.
Hello, MIPA students. I'm Amelia Wood from Loyola Oaks High School, and we are in the Comm Arts building at MSU, and I'm joined by a couple fellow broadcasters today.
Well, actually, Amelia, we won't be in the Comm Arts building for long since we're going to be interviewing students all over campus. I'm Adriana Zamron from Spring Lake High School.
And I'm Josephine Vella from Loyola Oaks High School. Today, we present to you MIPA, After Hours.
What has been your favorite activity to do in your downtime here at MIPA?
I don't know. I really liked hooping yesterday, playing volleyball. I don't know. I've done a lot of fun stuff since I got here. So.
What about you?
I agree with them. I think we're going to hoop today.
Yeah.
I enjoy hooping. So.
Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, is he shooting? Oh, he shot? Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Here in the basement of Phillips Hall, there was an intense ping pong match. How do you feel about your scathing win?
Oh, it was great. I got to beat my man. Zane. He thinks he's so good, but I beat him 21-14.
Okay,
wasn't even a close game.
Listen. I want you to know. I promise.
And he still sucks at ping pong.
Well, are you enjoying your time here at MIPA?
Oh, it's been great. You got the scooters outside. I got the pass, so you got the hour of free riding. And I've just been doing those all day to my classes and everything. So that's been probably the best part for sure.
All right, I'm here with the Sarah Beth. Sarah Beth, who do you think is going to win the MIPA Cup this year?
I think that this might be the first time that we have a back-to-back. So I'm
a back-to-back with who?
Slap, shoot like a pro.
You heard it here first, folks.
What told you that? What can you tell me about what you're doing right here?
So right now I'm teaching Rain how to make a 5-string fishtail friendship bracelet.
I've never made bracelets before, so this is my first time ever. She's a really good teacher though, so hopefully I'll be able to memorize this and and be able to do this on my own.
Awesome. And what is your favorite part about MIPA been so far?
Hang out with Rain.
hanging out with Maria.
I met Rain like 5 hours ago, and we've been inseparable. We haven't left each other's sides.
Hi, ladies. I'm your MIPA broadcast host, Josephine Bello, here with a room tour.
We love the sunset lamp, and I don't know, I just bring it to all the camps I go to, and it makes everything fun.
Wow, that was so much fun getting to hear all of your guys' opinions on what's going on at MIPA. What do you think, Josephine?
I really enjoyed meeting everyone and seeing what you guys get up to after hours.
Thanks, MIPA students. Now back to the studio.
Yeah, we killed that.
So did all of you.
Thank you all for your hard work. You made it.
Don't forget to hug your friends goodbye and thank the MIPA staff.
We hope you guys enjoyed this final broadcast.
Please consider joining us again next year.
Broadcasters out.